Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back for episode 10 of season 2 of Ted Lasso. Apparently last week's episode was a little bit of a contentious one within the fandom. I saw a couple of people say this was one of their most disliked episodes, was the time spent with Beard out running around and just like the absurdity of all just felt out of place. I enjoyed it. I found it mildly refreshing, especially getting to see the headspace and life of one of these characters we haven't really got to spend too much time with. That said, I did want to let you guys know I have officially got a Ted Lasso pop to add to the collection. It is official. Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and strap in. So if you want to see the full length reaction, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you're a member of the channel, get you access as well. It is a watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up the time codes of reaction the entire episode. Over there, you get the same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover on the channel. You also get to suggest and vote on what movies to react to each month. We got monthly Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage to try to make it worth your while, so you're going to support the channel. But guys, at the end of the day, I really appreciate it. Enjoy this reaction. At least leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. And with that all said and out of the way, let's go ahead and hop into episode 10, No Weddings and a Funeral. Maybe I shouldn't read these. Here we go. Aww.
The last time I spent this long in bed, it was because I strained a hamstring. Should we tell people about us?
Oh, I'm enjoying the secrecy. Sneaking around at work.
It is fun.
Scandalous and fun.
No.
Aww.
Oh, I have not seen one grey hair anywhere.
It's not on my head. It's not down there. It's on my armpits. See? If we told people about us, then I could do this in public.
You are not going to let this one go, are you?
No, I am
God
not.
damn. Hey, I mean, I can't blame him, man. I would be like, look it! Ha!
I agree. Oh my God.
You need to put a bell on her or something.
I sincerely wish I wasn't in my boxers right now.
Jumped all the way up to already meeting the parents.
What's my father done this time?
He died.
Well, you can leave him now. Okay, that's our funeral. I was really worried, not gonna lie, because I did remember seeing in the title, funeral, after last week's episode, and my brain immediately leapt towards, is Beard going to die while he's out on this bender? Thankfully, that didn't happen.
So where do you think her father is right now?
In the drawer of a funeral home?
No, what? I mean, like, spiritually.
In the drawer of a funeral home?
You know, growing up, I used to believe that if you did good things, you went to heaven. You did bad things, you went to hell. Nowadays, I know we all just do both, so wherever he is, I hope he's happy.
I
Aww.
like to imagine a heaven where animals are in charge and humans are the pets. I like to spend eternity curled up in front of a fire at Cindy Crawford's feet.
Yeah.
I'd like to be reincarnated as a tiger and then ravage anyone who looked at me wrong.
Yeah, sounds about right. That sounds about very right for how he's been acting.
You live, you die, you're done. Good night.
I love Roy, man.
Ah, yeah.
Roy must be on his period all the time then.
Mother! Turn it off! Hang on, sausage! I'm sorry, I like to have it playing in every room in the house when I wake up. It just makes me feel happy.
That's why the DuckTales theme is one of my alarm songs. The other one is the 11th Doctor's theme.
You know, you can change this room to whatever you want.
No, it reminds me of when we were close. I want it that way.
Oh.
Now I know what song I want to play next.
Oh, no.
Morning, Sippy! Oh!
Whoa, what the fuck? What? You're an adult. You don't have to sneak in.
To see if I can still do it.
Oh, well, okay, fair enough. Well, I mean, I would probably do the same thing. Let's be real.
When I was your age, I could do this in seconds.
Sometimes if I go to my parents, I still see if I can climb that tree. Still can.
Isn't that right, Nora? Nora?
Oh, God. I'm okay.
Oh, thank God.
Roy, if you died, do you want to be buried or cremated? Like if you were hit by a bus today, what do I do?
Go after the bus driver and make him pay for what he did to me. Avenge me, Keeley.
Avenge me!
Avenge me. This funeral's really messing with your head, innit?
I found this company, and they bury you in a biodegradable sack. So when your body decomposes, it fertilizes the seeds of a fruit tree. That's what I want. Because then you and all the people that love me can eat the fruit from my tree.
That is fucking mental.
Coming from the guy that wants me to ruin a bus driver's life just because he killed you, swerving to avoid a child.
I didn't know about a fucking child.
I was like, you're adding to the story. He could have been drunk. You don't know.
With fruit made from your rotting corpse. I wouldn't eat that.
But you'll eat a kebab that you find a hair in.
It's fine if you know who the hair is from. That's part of the deal. He's a lovely bloke. You're not really angry, are you?
Yes, I actually am.
What?
Now we have to go to a funeral and act sad.
Well, no, I am sad.
That whole scene was fucking fantastic. Oh no. Oh no.
I'm so sorry for your loss. Oh my goodness, I can't.
Where does the weddings part of this title come into play? Forgot about that for a second.
Who are they? I've no idea.
My darling Deborah.
Rupert, what a chubby baby. Congratulations, Mother. You've just fat-shamed a baby to tears. Oh, come on.
Yeah, I had all the TVs in the house removed. I just sit around and watch them all day.
Get out of here, you fucking vampire.
My condolences.
Thank you, Ashley.
No. Look at all these dapper young
None of
men.
them came.
All of them.
Wow, everyone.
And none of them are wearing trainers.
That's how much they care about you.
Danny complaining about the shoes.
Colin and Isaac and Nathan.
Donner and Blitzen.
Yes, fathers are...
Nate's gone gray. Has it been like that this entire time? Or am I just noticing? Look at Beard. Right back. Right back at you.
Sassy.
Oh, decrepit shepherd.
Ah, love it.
Bygones be bygones, eh?
No.
I've got a daughter now.
That
I've
doesn't
changed.
that doesn't change anything.
Rupert, I think about your death every single day. Oh, I can't wait. I'm going to wear red to your funeral. I will be a beacon of joy to the other 3 people there.
Always a pleasure, Sassy.
Fuck off and die, Rupert.
I love Sassy, man. No.
Ted, you're okay. Just breathe. Just focus on your 4-7-8 breathing. You can, come on. Just breathe. I'm on my way.
Oh.
That baby sucks. I'm here for you, whatever you need. I won't leave your side.
Immediately leaves her side.
You look amazing. Thank you. You're fine. Keep walking. Do you also want to be a tree when you die?
Hell yeah. Or a really stupid dog.
Keeley, you light up a room.
Sassy and Ted sitting in a tree.
We've already done that bit.
Is this the suit that Ted got you?
Yes, yeah.
Another man buying you clothes is infantilizing, yes?
Don't do that. You don't want to make it worse. No. You're gonna make him even worse. Who's eating? What are you doing?
Fucking apple.
I got it from a tree outside. Tastes like dead people.
That's not funny, Roy.
No, but it's surprisingly delicious.
It's hilarious. How did that still backfire?
Cheer up, Keeley. It's a funeral.
God damn it.
I hate dress shoes so much, Jamie.
They suck.
They ain't made for people like us. They're made for sheep, for muggles. They're made for twats.
When I get home, I will set them on fire and their memory will burn in hell.
Jesus done it.
Jesus has no place in the conversation of these damn shoes.
I love this bit, man.
You want something to drink? A cup of tea or something?
No, thank you. I hate tea. Tastes like a wet paper bag.
Maybe we can be friends.
I don't think I've ever been in a properly Anglican house of worship before. It makes me miss you, and I just wish you were here.
Me too.
You know.
Is it an open casket?
God, I hope so. I like to see.
Me too.
What the fuck?
You know, today is your father's funeral. You are glowing like a girl that just got properly ploughed.
Shit.
Oh.
I've been asked to come in and tell you to lower your voices.
The vicar looked like he wanted to swear. Is everything all right?
Yeah, of course. Just trying to figure out who Rebecca's shagging.
Oh, I know.
Oh yeah, she does.
Mother. Hang on.
Nice.
Let's play 20 questions.
Yes!
This is thrilling.
Oh. Oh, everybody's getting into it.
Sam.
Oh, what the f- Oh God, she didn't even try to hide it. Oh, that's her favorite. That's her crush too.
Everyone out except immediate family, please.
Sorry. Boss ass bitch.
Hey, at least she's not upset or jealous. She's like, hell yeah.
It's possible that going to this funeral would trigger memories of going to your own father's funeral.
I didn't go to my dad's funeral.
Okay, why not?
Because he quit. You know, he quit on his family. He quit on himself. And I hated him for that. I think I still hate him for it.
Why don't you share with me what happened?
Do you know what you're going to say now, Ricky? It would look awful if you didn't say anything at your own father's funeral.
I've got nothing nice to say.
What are you so angry about?
Fine, you really want to know? Because I am so sick of keeping secrets. When you were away and I was meant to be staying the night with Sassy, I even remember the date. It was Friday the 13th, 1991.
In September.
Oh, wow.
Me and a bunch of high school buddies were going to do a marathon of all them Jason movies that night.
What a cosmic coinkydink right there.
Went up to my room to
Nick a bottle of wine from your drinks cabinet. And as we opened the door, I heard bang. So we went to investigate.
I opened up the door, and there he was.
Arse in the air with Mrs. Reynolds screaming his name. And Sassy didn't say anything for the first time in her life, and I just
Screamed, choked, cried.
and came running after me in his dressing gown, begging me to stop, but I just
Ran upstairs, called 911.
Wow.
And the next day when I came back, he said nothing about it.
And she would always keep running back to him every time she was trying to get away too. And maybe if she had known this at any point, that would have been different.
I know.
Like, you don't know how I feel.
I mean, I know his cheating.
Oh.
All of it.
You knew and you did nothing.
Of course I knew. I know everything.
Then I hate you too.
Oh, wow.
I hate you for letting him treat you like that. I'm sorry that happened to you, Ted.
Yeah, me too.
How was he like?
He was a good man, you know, real chatterbox. Believe it or not, probably could have been a little bit better listening box at times.
What did you love about him?
Why?
You told me what you hate about him. I'd love to hear something you remember that made you feel good.
When I was in 5th or 6th grade, there was this book called Johnny Tremaine, and our homework for like a month was to read this book. At the end of the month, I hadn't read a lick of it. And on the way to school, he talks me through the entire book, like it's a bedtime story or something. Because he stayed up all night, the whole night, reading the whole damn thing, because he didn't want his little boy stressed out over some stupid, silly test. And I ended up getting an A.
God damn.
He was a good dad, and I don't think he knew that. I think he would have known how good he was at stuff he didn't really care about being good at. I don't think he would have done it. And I wish I would have told him. I wish I would have told him more. I was just so angry at him. Because he was always gone at work and just out with friends or something like that. And then he was gone. And I knew right then and there that I was never going to let anybody get by me without understanding they might be hurting inside. Life, it's hard. It's real hard.
Thank you, Ted.
I don't know if this is illegal or something, but can I have a hug?
Sure.
Oh, I don't know if this is illegal. Oh,
You're
fuck.
charged me for this session.
Yeah.
Of course I am. For the house call.
I appreciate your integrity.
Oh, I needed that.
I'm not as strong as you. I was too scared to leave him for good.
You don't think I was scared leaving Rupert? And rightly so, because let me tell you, being alone is fucking horrible. But it's been necessary, because it's actually started to feel rather wonderful.
Oh, glad to hear that. Besides, Rupert was a self-righteous shit.
Then why are you always so nice to him?
Because, my darling, the best way to deal with people like that is to make sure they know they can't get to you. Anyway, when all's said and done, what's more important?
Because that's what every interaction with him is some way that he can try to poke and drive a knife into you. Every word out of his mouth is always chosen.
I'm actually glad to hear that you hate me. All these years, I thought you didn't feel anything for me. I'll take your anger over your indifference any day.
Fuck.
It's time.
Beard in the phone.
Now, the same passion and commitment to his family as well.
What is going on here, man?
And now we will hear a eulogy from Paul's daughter, Rebecca.
She looked at Sam, then she looked at Jamie, then Roy looked at her. What is happening? She complimented Jamie when he came in, too. We're not going to have her bounce back, are we? I don't want that to happen.
I don't really know what to say.
No.
We're no strangers to love. We know the rules. And so do I. Wouldn't get this from any other guy. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna see.
Never gonna say goodbye.
No.
Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you.
Turn it into a celebration.
Never gonna give you up.
Never gonna let you
down. Never gonna run around.
Never gonna give, never gonna give. Never gonna give, never gonna give.
Oh. Fuck.
We're having some people over, and I know Rebecca would hate me if I didn't invite you.
Thank you.
Oh.
Nap time.
Got him tripping.
Baby. Boom!
Fuck you!
Convince Bex to give up her shares in Richmond. Oh, it's just enough time for footy these days. So we'd love you to have them.
Oh, wow. Hey, at least he's not involved. No! I don't know what he said, but Nate, you motherfucker, don't fucking Satan whispering in your ears. You already been a little bitch.
I think I need to break it off with Sam. What? Why?
What the fuck?
Penis is too big. Hurts your tiny little vagina.
Yes, that's it.
Make sure they got air in their lungs.
Speaking of which.
No.
Me and Billy were just going over here to talk about.
Nice wingman beard. Nice. Good job.
Today's made me realise that I'd hate myself if I didn't say I didn't just come back to Richmond to get away from my dad. I also came back because of you.
Fuck.
I finally think that I'm becoming the best version of myself. The kind of man that you always knew that I could be. And I know that this is a mad, shitty thing to do, but I love you.
God damn it.
Sorry.
But that's his feelings, and he's all okay to have those.
I was a prick today. Making dumb fucking jokes is just... Death makes me uncomfortable.
Because when my granddad died, I spent every single night for a whole year praying that I could just talk to him just once or see him just one more time like he was Obi-Wan Kenobi or some shit. And I got fuck all. We only got this one life. I don't want to waste a second of it. I love you, Keeley.
Shit.
I'm sorry.
Keeley? I'm sweating, man. Jesus.
I've wanted to do this all day, but I haven't had the chance.
Oh.
You're so kind and loving, but...
Oh, no. I hate big butts and I cannot lie.
There's just this
Wait.
one issue. You could really hurt me.
But you can hurt me too.
Well, doesn't that scare you?
No. Does it scare you?
Yes. And I think I need to figure out why.
She can't be with anybody until she can understand herself better. She's just
take as long as you need.
Not ready.
It's okay.
Thank you.
Well, hey, it's as amicable as it could be.
There's something I should warn you of.
Yes.
I'm only gonna get more wonderful.
Aw. He's such a charmer, man.
You and Sam taking a break?
Damn, her insight checks are fucking astounding.
How did you know that?
I'm your mother, I know everything. Besides, I saw him coming out of the cupboard looking sad.
Right. Drink, please.
On then.
No.
That's a good bowl.
It is. Oh. You're still my little devil.
No, mother.
Little no.
Oh.
I think you had a bit of a thing for Rick Astley, mother.
Oh, maybe I did. That's not him, is it?
Yeah, of course it is.
No, I thought he was black. That's Rick Astley.
What? Oh, this is fucking adorable, man. Wow, man. Again, what an episode full of whiplashes. The emotional and tonal shifts this show always takes, and the way it balances things out in such a brilliantly yet lighthearted but also serious manner. It's always so disarming and disorienting sometimes. Like, I don't know what the hell I'm going through most of the time. Like, seeing the team come together, everybody come together behind Rebecca and her loss was phenomenal. Them putting aside all their comfortability, all the status quo, the normalcy of their lives to come here and show their support. Beard and Jane's weird showing of support, their obsession with open caskets. Well, I don't know what that's about. Not going to poke and pry into that. Again, like most of season 1 and now, we've got yet another episode that is paralleling a similar shared experience and story between Ted and Rebecca. It's just so interesting, especially when they quite literally, we were bouncing through two extremely life-changing and altering traumatic events that both of them experienced. While I would like to have heard the actual full narrative of each individual story without having, like in the middle of what happened with Ted's father, he walked in to seeing the blam blam, and then it cut to her, like you're setting up that visual in your head to him opening the door to finding his father. And I guess that's the way to kind of keep it from feeling too bleak, too painful. Like hearing him describe what that scene looked like realistically wouldn't be attractive, one, to hear or to experience, but intercutting that with her experience of walking in her father being, you know, unfaithful and her catching them in the act. It's just such a jarring juxtaposition in your head if you're trying to like imagine the scenarios being described when you're cutting between these two different things. But the way that those things have informed the way these two people lead their lives. You know, one thing I was thinking of, you know, obviously like she saw that what happened with her father, and just that completely colored her entire thoughts on her mother, her father, and all of that. And it just, accentuated the situation that she got herself in with Rupert later in life so much more, and it just makes it that much more painful to try to get out of that situation. And then the realization that her mother kept going back, and like she was like, I hate you for that. And then her mother finally coming clean about all of it, that she knew about everything, like the way that just kind of was able to kind of, again, shed a wholly different light and completely alter her perspective on these events that have been shaping her and defining her outlook on love, relationships, and just family and all of it. Oh, it was so beautiful. All accentuated by that one little line too from her mother. I'm glad to hear that you hate me, because at the end of the day, I'd rather have you feel something, because I thought this entire time you didn't care at all, that you were indifferent. I'd rather you feel something than absolutely nothing at all. But that changed after the fact, and like once they finally had everything out in the open, when her mother told her the truth. You know, she was just trying to shelter her from all that, because I guess she didn't think it was, I mean, to her, it wasn't that big of a deal, you know, but to Rebecca, for someone who saw this thing happen but didn't know because nobody told her anything, I mean, maybe she would have felt differently if she knew her mother was aware, that she knew that she was even okay with it, that she even forgave him for it and doesn't even hold it against him in this moment. While that she just let there alone to fester in these things, that insecurity, that uncertainty has just melded its way into every relationship she's got right now. And even though she's happy at the moment with Sam, she still has these problems inside of her she's got to reconcile with. And until she can do that, it's just going to be yet another infection that she can risk growing within their own relationship. No matter how wonderful or bright or happy he is or makes her, she's got to be able to kind of be a rock in her own right. She's got to be able to figure herself out and not rely on him to be the shoulder of all of that. On the flip side of that, Ted's experience also shaped him, and in his little session with Sharon, he talked about how realizing what happened with his father, that no matter what he believed in that moment, the truth of the matter was he was carrying a burden he didn't know he was carrying, and that made him completely change the way he looked at people. He's like, I have to try to remember that every day, anyone I'm interacting with, no matter how shitty they are, how great they are, they're probably dealing with something I have no clue about. That's why he's so respectful. That's why he's so kind. That's why he's so open to everybody. But at the same time, I was also thinking throughout that, the way he was describing his father sound eerily similar to how I would describe Ted. Like, and with this growing sense of disconnection, these growing episodes, these panic attacks, with his disconnection from quitting his marriage, the way he blamed his father and was angry at his father for quitting on his family, it made me fear that this is an outcome if left untreated and unaddressed. If Sharon wasn't here, could Ted follow suit alongside his father and do the same thing? Because that sounds exactly like what we've been seeing with Ted as he's been degrading slowly, being away from his family, being away from his son. That very well could be his fate if he didn't confront this demon. And that was such a strong and powerful, like, just scene altogether. Both performed admirably, amazingly by both of these leads, man. It was so well done. And then putting all them aside, we had this thing as well, as we're trying to wrestle with the whole concept and idea of funerals. You know, it's this weird occasion. You know, everybody talks about the awkwardness of it, especially for somebody that's not the family or close to the person, but you're still invited and expected to come. What's the right way to present yourself and carry yourself? And we see them all starting to reflect on death as well. And after a last little spat between, you know, Roy and her, over her not having her space, and them kind of having that little spat, and then Jamie's growth throughout these seasons to where he is now, and the reflection that he's had, and the growth and the maturities that he's had coming about. We see her looking at him and coming to him and multiple times, and then he's just upfront about it, and I don't put it past him at all. She was the last person he was really with, and he really did care. He just wasn't in the right headspace or mature enough to really understand the intricacies of the relationship or what either one of them really needed out of it. But he's in a different place now So he rather, with this whole reflection of life and death, he was like, hey, we only have one life. I'm just going to say it how it is. I know you're with Roy, but here's my truth. But then we have that moment, too, multiple times in the last couple of episodes where she gives these kind of telling looks at Jamie, making me think that she's also thinking about him. But she does feel for Roy. She's also very easily agitated by him as of late, and I'm not exactly sure what that is. Is this just she's coming to this realization that maybe, I don't know, is that just not what she needs anymore? I don't know, but that the way they were teeing that up, especially with Jamie saying he loves you to her, and then immediately Roy once again trying to pick up and clean up one of his messes because he wasn't able to kind of connect with her in this way that she was expecting him to, which mildly seemed a little unreasonable. He still came back around and was vulnerable with her about why this topic is so difficult for him. And then he had himself said he loved her. So like it's teeing this up for, I think Keeley's going to probably end up winding back up with Jamie. I don't know. But I just like her and Roy together so fucking much. And I don't know. It's a weird and awkward situation no matter how you look at it. One thing too, another win for the whole team is Rebecca realizing, thanks to her mother, to not give Rupert any goddamn pleasure. He keeps showing up. He's staying in your life because you're giving him feedback. You're reacting to his prodding. You're feeding into the whole reason he's getting a whole power trip out of this, to get a reaction, to dig into you. It's all emotional manipulation. And like her, she was like, well, why are you always so nice to him? Like when she was talking to her mother, and he's like, that's the only way to deal with these people, man. Don't give them what they want. You just smile, hit them with kindness. They'll give up. They're not getting anything out of you. If they're not getting a rise out of you, they'll lose interest, or even better yet, they'll start getting uncomfortable. And we saw him exit. But he whispered something into Nate's ear as he was slinking away back into the shadows, back into the sewers, wherever he lives. God, I'm worried about where that's going to go, because Nate has been a fucking festering little mess all season long, and I'm so nervous about conversation. Those two interacting at all does not make me feel good. I'm not sure if there's anything else that I'm forgetting at the moment. It's getting late. We're going to leave it there, guys. What did you think of this episode? How did it make you feel? Sound out the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you're a member of the channel, get you access as well. And speaking of before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends, Manny Share, Ryan Karen, York, Coruscant, Melito, Robert Anguiano, Jeffrey Hale, Jake Cantrell, Eric Official, Casey Wood, Russell Crocken, and Justin Smith. Thank you guys so much for continued support. And that's it for this video, guys. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.